How are you? R9 Soccer Cards PT. Bem-vindos. Pedro Silva, bem-vindo também. Will Sacra. Impeccable Soccer Cards. No upcharges, laugh out loud. I actually did have upcharges, which pissed me off, obviously, and I'll try to go over them as I go through some of the cards. And just as a preview, I got two upcharges of $600 each, which is tough. Tudo bem, Ricardo? How are you? Kuma Bailey, Upper 90 Cards, and Collectville, Ohio Sports Collector, and so on. NK Collects. Welcome. So yeah, like I said, it's a big box for 12 cards from PSA. I already know the grades. Obviously, I just can't help but find out, especially when I had to pay some upcharges. Once I got the notice that I had upcharges, I was happy because I figured it was going to be higher grades. But I actually thought maybe one of them had a shot at PSA 10, and it's a rookie from one of the GOATs. But that did not come to fruition. It wound up being a PSA 9, but nonetheless, still had to pay those upcharges. All right, so let me get started. Open this up. And again, I already know the grade, so. All right, where are we? This will be a short video. Welcome to all those that have come ever since I started opening this. I can't say hi to everybody, but I appreciate you being on here. Obviously, this is a different type of a time slot for me to be opening these. Get some more here. Boxes. Wow. Yeah, my buddy does put a good amount of packaging. Let me just take a quick peek because I'm afraid some of these. Oh, okay. All right. So this is what I thought. So he actually. Wait a minute. Okay, let me just take a sneak peek because these were outstanding. Okay, all right, that's what I thought. I'm going to show these first because these were the ones. But wait a minute, they didn't change the labeling on these. I don't know if you guys were here the times that I had sent these over for SGC, and they didn't put, for example, on this one, which is a 10, they didn't label this as a done sticker from the ever growing in popularity Paixão por Portugal set, and I asked him. And I got to find out from my submitter what happened because they were supposed to be relabeled or titled as Zidane because he's obviously the one player featured on this picture in the sticker. So I got to find out what happened. And the same thing is true for this Paixão por Portugal sticker. I sent 3 to get graded, and they just labeled it as Portugal Brazil, as you can see. Instead of what should have been, Ronaldinho. Obviously, he's the guy with the ball. I mean, and I had another 9. So I got to find out what happened. I wasn't told anything, so I contact him. All right, but let's get to what's important here. And I gotta hide these with this. Sorry guys, but I'm gonna have to try to hide just temporarily until I bring these out. Okay, more paper. And okay, it's a total of 12. So, okay. Yep, I guess I wasn't prepared as I thought I would be for this, but I can use this to cover. What else is in here? Oh, okay, that's a big one. Okay, that's the last one that I'll bring up. I know what that is. All right. All right, so the first one that I am bringing out, you know what, I can do it upside down maybe. All right, so this will be the first one. And this is a Iniesta rookie. Yes, Gilles from Canal Chrome, I do know all the grades already. There we go, the Newton rings over here on the right and the left. I don't know if you guys will see it, but they're pretty visible to me. So anyway, this is a 2002-03 Superliga Estrellas from Panini. One of the Iniesta rookies, graded an 8, number 392. And population on these are pretty low with PSA at this point. So I figured I hit some, you know, opening some packs. I don't know if you guys can see here on the top left, that is very common. You see like a shade of the blue ink that must have been from this portion of the sticker. So that is indeed very common on most of them. In order for you to get a PSA 10, I'm sure that you would, you know, you don't need, you wouldn't have any of this. And I also got another graded. This one is a little better centering, and it also has the Newton rings all around, obviously. At this point, PSA, you got to get that right at this point. And this is a 9. But it also has, as you can see, if I bring it up closer to you guys, you see over there a little shade of the blue ink. So, and sometimes you get on the right, you know, on both sides, it's one of those things that if you own one of these sticker, you know, you most likely you're going to have the blue ink on it. All right, so that's one thing. Let me lift this up, just so we can have a little more space. Because that's the one that's still inside the box is a big one. Yeah, so let's see. Should I be able to display this Iniesta, which is a 9. Yeah, upper 90 cards just saying that his also has the blue ink bleeding. Yeah, unfortunately. Is there going to be the unveil soon also for you? Why both the labels there for Ronaldinho? Are you talking about the thing? Labels different, Paixão Portugal? No, they were. Yes, they are different. And thanks for pointing that out. I'm just noticing that. Yeah, the 8.5. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have to send this back somehow. All right. Anyway, that's one. Next card is Mundi Cromo 2004 Messi rookie. This came back an 8. And I'm happy with the grade. This also has typically on the top left near the corner here also has a little bit of ink bleed. I believe it's from this line on the left side, so that is very, very common. I'm sure you guys are able to tell on here. This one doesn't have a lot of it, but it's still visible, so an 8 is a decent grade, considering also that the centering is, you know, side to side and top to bottom is not the best. So an 8 is decent. On this, I don't think, I did get an upcharge, but I think it was like $150 or something like that, extra. which obviously pissed me off, but it is what it is at this point. All right, the next card is yet another one of these, and this time it's a 7 for the Multicromo Messi rookie. Same thing. If you bring it closer, you'll see it on the top left, the ring bleed, and center is even a little more off than the other one, especially in the back, as you can tell. Let's see if I can do this for better. All right. So this is a 7. All right, let me see what I have next. Oh, okay. And next sticker is one of these, a 9, a Mercado de Invierno. So it's another Iniesta rookie. And this one, the pop is actually much, well, a little bit lower than the 392 sticker. And this one is in better shape as far as centering is concerned, but you still have the bleed just above the Mercado, if you can tell. But again, a 9. I was very, very happy with this grade. The PSA 9s are the highest graded so far. So there's no PSA 10s out there, and I believe there are only 4 of these 9s, and I happen to have one of them now. Who knows? Maybe 2. Let's see if I can pull another one up my sleeve. All right, grade something. Where are you? Where are you? And you are the last one. And indeed, I did get another 9, so I'm happy. So one of them will be for sale. You see consecutive serial numbers on them, 94, 95. So both 9s. This did not escape the bleed of the ink on this one on it, but decent grade too. I mean, PSA 9, I'm happy with them considering how difficult it is to grade these. All right, I won't display that because it's already there. Next card is, let's see here. Okay. All right. Let me bring one of these, which is another rookie, but this time it's a R9 rookie, the famous 1994-95 wet ball. As you guys remember, most of these in the past, PSA was grading them or titling them as 1995 wet ball, but now they've recently changed to 1994. I don't know why the 95 is at the end. Ideally, they should label this as 1994/95 and then Panini wet ball. So this is a 9. I thought this would have a good chance of this is an 8. I thought there was a good chance of getting a 9, even though the center is not, obviously, it's probably at best 60/40, but it was in great condition. I submitted 2 of them, and they were the best ones that I had in my possession, because at some point I was able to get them directly from Panini years ago. I sent some to BGS, and I also got a PSA 9. So, and again, between these 2 that I submitted, I didn't see much different. I was hoping that one of them would be a 10, but I guess I'll take a 9. So, sorry. Let me see if you guys have mentioned anything that I haven't read. Estrellas, yep. I believe there was on this, yeah. The upcharge on this was 600. Yeah, can you believe that? It's probably warranted, but I just don't like these upcharges at all. But they did. 6 on the 9, and I believe 300 on the PSA 8. So it sucks. I mean, that's a big expense for one to consider when submitting over. And there's a lot of discussing in the hobby right now that's not good. But all right, let me see if I can push these back. No, you can. I'm sorry. I'm just limited on the space over here I have at the table right now, but if I bring these closer, you can probably see. All right, so that's 4. So So I showed 8 cards. Still have 4 to show. All right. Okay. This was another one that I sent. Ronaldo rookie. The sticker. This one came back 6. And it makes sense because you guys can see the centering is not good at all. But I did send it in because the corners and the edges and the surface was in very good shape. So I figured, you know what, let me slab this, and it's better than money in the bank, and it's better than having it be raw at this point. So yeah, this is a 6, which wasn't bad considering the centering. But I did manage to get an 8 on this one. A little bit of centering, and the corners and edges surface was all in very top shape. You see the center is not great, but an 8 was good. And on these, I also did get an upcharge of 600 for this one, and 3 for the PSA 6. So hit pretty hard on these. So so that's an 8, and I should be able to get now. Let me display this. Okay, now I have more space. Push these back, and let's see this. Maybe a little more space, and now I do have space for the 8. Okay, and the next card is a vintage Eusebio that I submitted, and I do love this one because it features Bobby Moore, the great Bobby Moore, and Eusebio. And this is the first sticker from this Portuguese selection, from this Portuguese set that came out at the end of the World Cup in 1966. And I guess the brand name of this was called Ibis Editora, and there's a few of them still out in Portugal, black and white, obviously, as you can tell. And I did like this one because of the fact that it featured 2 of the greatest ever, Bobby Moore being one of the top defensemen in the world ever, and Eusebio. I mean, and they were featured in action against each other. And again, first one graded, and it did get a 3, and I'm happy with it. I mean, and again, you can still find these, and I guess from now on there will be more graded after I got this one. All right, let me see if I can display this one because I got a nice surprise. I mean, some of you guys probably saw the purchase of this next. I guess we can consider a card back in the summer of last year's summer in Portugal, and I finally got it graded, and it'll be interesting for me to tell you a story about it. It's huge. You guys can tell already what it is, right? All right, and then look at this slab. Let me see. This is huge. I mean, it's probably double. Yeah, it's more than double a slab, a regular slab from PSA. And this happens to be Eusebio's rookie, or a matchbook rookie, if you want to call it. Now, the great thing about this one, and if you've seen any of these out there, not all of them have this complete matchbook, complete and intact. Obviously, they wouldn't grade this with the actual matches on it, so they had to be removed. That's why you see some of the, leftover from this. But they have graded, and SGC has also graded pretty much half of this matchbook. I've seen some where just these 2 portions have been graded, I've seen some where that plus this part has been graded, with the actual, where you actually scrape the match on it. And I honestly, I think this might be the only one that they've so far graded with everything, with this intact, obviously without the matches. And again, on eBay, you'll see them once in a while being sold, but you will even have some being sold that have what seems to be this whole, matchbook, but they won't have this part, and it's all plain, so basically all carton. So I don't know how SGC and PSA in this case document their database for this particular Eusebio rookie, but there's I know for a fact they've been graded in different styles, but again, this is just huge. So it's not the highest graded. This is a 2, but I wasn't very much concerned about the grade. And the pop on this is extremely, extremely low. I believe with this one, it might be like the 4th one. And this is the lowest graded so far, but it's still a nice collectible to have from one of Portugal's best ever, Eusebio. So that is the story. On my PSA reveal, let me see if you guys have a. I've never seen a complete. Well, yeah, I gotta be honest. I at least graded. I haven't seen anything like this one. And the good thing about this one is there was no upcharge, so I was happy about that. VK on Comics are still saying that. Yeah, so I even emailed a few people before sending it to PSA because I wanted to know how was it that I was supposed to ship that out, and if I was supposed to cut, because you can see, I'm sure some people have cut it on purpose, but I decided to keep it intact, even though I had seen some graded with just the right portion, nothing on the left. But I figured, this might make it more valuable. I don't know. In the future, people might be a little more picky when buying one of these. But the bottom line is, I think I made a good decision in supplying this, shipping to them the way they did, and the fact that they actually slabbed it in such a huge piece of plastic was great there. There could be an authentic one. Yeah, I've seen a few authentic ones out there. So, but it is what it is. I'm going to hold on to these because, again, you don't see too many of them in this complete format. So yeah, guys, any comments would be appreciated. Thanks for being here and witnessing this. I'm about to send another submission over to the PSA and SGC, and it will take some time for the turnaround. But nonetheless, when I do open it, I'll inform you guys and do another live. All right, guys, thank you very much. Talk to you guys soon. Take care now.